the 10-year-old little girl who is in desperate need of a new lung has taken a turn for the worse over the last 24 hours, although we feel like things are getting a little bit more stable this morning. But she has been added to the adult transplant list. She's so cute. And that was Sarah Murnahan as she celebrated in her hospital bed when she got the news that she had been moved onto that list. She's in Philadelphia at the hospital there. A judge ordered the Secretary of Health and Human Services to put her on the adult waiting list. The judge said this.
The public interest here, I think, is significant. She might be dead, and that would be a terrible tragedy. So that's another reason, a very practical reason in my view, why it's a better exercise of my discretion to grant the TRO to do so and to do it right now.
There you go. Dr. Mark Siegel is a professor at the NYU Langone Medical Center and a Fox News contributor, of course. Doctor, good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Martha.
You know, they've now moved another little boy, off of this list. And basically, the word is that there's only 20 kids who are in this position. So if you put them all on the list, the feeling is that it's more fair treatment to everybody, that they shouldn't be discriminated against because of their age.
I think that's true. You know, cystic fibrosis, there's about 150 to 200 lung transplants a year for cystic fibrosis. That's a buildup of secretions in the lung because the metabolism is off and you get a lot of scarring in the lungs and the lung gets stiff. We checked this morning with the hospital. She's not yet on a respirator, which is a really good thing because once she gets on a ventilator respirator, she really is in trouble because the lungs don't stand those high pressures. So she's been getting sicker. Sarah's been getting sicker. That should move her up on the list. They tend to give priority, Martha, for those who are the sickest. I think it's only fair that children be on this list when you consider a disease like cystic fibrosis, which affects many organs in the body, gets worse as you get older. So at her age, she's in actually better shape than a lot of these adults and would probably do better with the transplant, especially now that we can transplant parts of adult lungs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a very good point that you make. And the only justification for having a separate list for children was that they weren't going to be compatible with the adult lungs. But we've proven that that's not true. So then the reason's gone for separating them.
I think bureaucracy has to keep up with technology. We have this medical technology, and some of the same doctors that are involved with making these decisions have done the studies that show that kids can do better now. Cystic fibrosis, 2 lungs. Her main problems are with her lungs. People are asking me what's going to happen if she gets the transplant, but since her main problems are with her lungs, she should do well, at least initially.
Good news. We hope so.
We hope she gets it.
We are all hanging in there for her. Thank you very much, and for the other child who's also been
Absolutely. They belong on the list, Martha.
Dr. Siegel, thank you.
Good to see you.
A lot of need. Did